What's going on, ERB sports fans? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're not going to open any cards. We're going to go over a very special mail day. I have been waiting for this card to arrive since before the National. I bought this card literally the week before the National, and it was above the threshold that sent it over to the PSA authentication service via eBay. So this card had a buy it now on it, and it was a lot cheaper than the same card I wanted a year ago. And I thought, man, is this too good to be true? So I started negotiating with the seller, and we settled on a price that was about a third of what this card would go for a year ago. And I saw this very same card at the National in 2022 over in Atlantic City. That was a PSA 8. And they had like 460 marked on it, or no, actually I think they wanted $500 for it. We said we wouldn't pay a dime over 450, and they just wouldn't budge. They're like, we'll go 480, and I was like, no, I'm not willing to pay that much. But it's a pretty cool card. The story on the card goes, I didn't see the card very often. It has a pretty low pop. I think the pop on this is a copy, is a PSA 9. There are only 3 10s, and there's like 23 9s, and then everything else is less than a 9. And the raw value on this card is about $350, give or take $50. I mean, depending on the time of year. You guys know us. What other player could this be besides none other than Stephen Curry? Well, that is correct. It is a Stephen Curry card. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is the first time I've ever used the eBay authentication service. It's funny, it was a PSA graded card, and then they sent the card back to PSA. So PSA says, yep, we definitely graded this card, and then they sent it back to me. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. They do give you a little tag on the card's like sleeve to scan to see images, and because this card was already graded, they didn't actually have any like scanned images of the card. They just had a picture of the card saying, yes, this is a card we graded. We verified that the case is authentic, that everything about this is authentic. So what is the card that we are in search of in this video? What is the card that we actually purchased? It is none other than, let me go ahead and take this out of the sleeve so it shows better on camera. It's none other than a Stephen Curry On the Horizon PSA 9. Kind of like a downtown, but not really. I guess these are kind of like faux downtowns. These were part of like the redemption that you got with like points or something via Panini. It's like a thicker card stock, almost like what you would have in like a downtown or, well, yeah, like a downtown. It's kind of like a downtown, right? You can see there, it's a thicker card stock. The sleeve feels different in hand than the normal sleeves do for PSA cases. It is a 602 serial number, which means the card was graded a while ago. It's a 2020. It is a landscape card instead of a horizontal or a vertical, but we loved the way this card looked. We lived in the Bay Area for 2 years, so we know all about the cable cars and the seals on Fisherman's Wharf and the painted houses or whatever that you can see over in the old what used to be on the, I forget what it was, Full House. You used to see the Full House intro. Looks like it has kind of a laser effect, but Steph Curry is always one of our favorite players. So this card is not numbered, but it is a Steph Curry OH On the Horizon 32 insert from 2020 Panini. This was, this is a card we had our eye on for quite a while. We finally pulled the trigger on it. We negotiated just over raw value. So we were like, I think, like I said, raw value was like 350, maybe 320. So we were just over raw value on this one, just a little bit over raw value to get the card in hand. So pretty happy with that purchase overall. Fun to say that we got a Curry downtown, although it's not a real downtown, it's kind of a fake downtown, but nevertheless added to the Curry collection. One of these days I'll show you guys that full Curry collection and to let you guys bask in the in just the sheer amazement of how many Curry cards we have. I trust me when I say this, it is a lot. It is a lot. If there was a player that we are invested in, even though I don't believe in sports card investing, is there a player that we have a lot of? It's Stephen Curry. By far, he is our #1 player in our safe and in our cases that we have cards. I would venture to guess it's a couple hundred. At this point, it's a lot of, at least in graded cards alone, it's probably 100 cards. In ungraded, it's probably 200 to 300. And we just keep collecting little things here or there. We got some at the National. If there's things I don't see very often that I see come up for purchase, I'm always checking. And when I do see them, I pull the trigger. And this is one that I thought was a fair price. It's a card I had my eye on for quite a while. Let me zoom in a little bit there so you guys can take a look at that one a little closer. It did get a 9, but that's to be expected on these foil cards. It's a little hard to grade this card. But yeah, pretty cool card in hand. Definitely happy to have it. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that mail day review. And let me know if you have any questions about eBay authentication services. I'm happy to comment down below. So thanks again, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.